The trailer for Bambi the Reckoning finally came out and people are losing their minds. I'm just yanking your chain, nobody even knows. It only got 15,000 views on YouTube. You guys know about Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, I'm sure, but a lot of people don't even know that there is a sequel to Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey that came out, I think, last week, when the Monsterverse came out. Probably everybody was talking about the Monsterverse, that it kind of got foreshadowed, but it did come out and it got 100. It's apparently a masterpiece because it got 100% Rotten Tomatoes for like 2 days until it got like 50% now, I think. In the beginning, like before the movie played, if you watched it in theaters, I don't think it's in theaters anymore. I think it's done now. But when it was in theaters, there was like a message before where they were talking about like Peter Pan and Bambi and the Pinocchio horror movie and the Poohniverse. We all know about that probably. But they were talking about that, and they showed even a trailer for the upcoming film Bambi the Reckoning. So I don't know if I can show you the footage, but I'm just going to show the footage anyway, and then I'm going to show some images of the deer himself, because they do show Bambi himself, but I'm just going to show you like a little clip of the trailer. If you haven't seen the trailer, go check it out for yourself. It's online. I'm going to show like basically what everybody wants to look at, which is freaking Bambi. In my opinion, I think it's a good idea. Like, I'm fine with the idea of like childhood characters becoming, you know, a horror beast and stuff like that, as long as it's not taken seriously. As long as it's like comical and goofy fun, I'll be fine with it. The problem with Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2, I heard, was that it kind of took itself kind of seriously at some points, but when it doesn't, it's at its best and it's really good. And I did see like the practical effects and stuff, and the makeup and stuff like that, the prosthetics and stuff, and they look decent. They look decent for a really low budget horror movie as well. It looks pretty good, and this movie I think is even more low budget. I'm not fully sure, maybe even more budget, I don't know. But it has a little bit of CGI in it, and it doesn't look too bad. It's obviously, like, it's dark in the freaking video that I'm about to show you, so it's kind of hard to tell that it's bad CGI, but you can kind of just tell that it's like low budget CGI, but it doesn't look bad for what it is. Since it's like, it's low budget, but like it looks low budget, but it's like not bad. Like, it's not like that one bird freaking movie where it's just a bird just staying still and just its own 3D model. It has its own design and stuff like that, and the design itself I do not entirely hate. I do think the teeth look a little weird on it. I'll show you guys that in a second. I'll like talk about all that later on. I think there's actually 2 movies that are supposed to come out this year. I think Pinocchio is supposed to come out this year, and then Bambi. I don't know how good these movies are going to be if they're putting it out this fast. I don't know if Pinocchio's coming out this year. I just saw that it's supposed to come out this year, but I could be entirely wrong. It could come out like next year. I know next year is supposed to be the Poohniverse, which everybody has like. But yeah, I hope it does end up like how I want it to be. I want it to be goofy, fun, and, you know, kind of enjoyable. Maybe not good, but like enjoyable. Like stuff like Killer Clowns from Outer Space, you know? Like, Killer Clowns from Outer Space isn't a good movie, but it's at least like entertaining and goofy and fun to watch. Like, it's a classic in its own way, even though it's a like not really a great movie. It's a classic in its own way. I like Killer Clowns. And same with like Evil Dead and stuff. Like, it might not have the best writing, but I love it so much. I hope it does end up well, because it does seem like the people that are making it are really passionate at their work, and they do seem like nice people. So I do hope the stuff they put out does well. Hopefully it doesn't, like, you know, kind of fall apart and stuff like that. Hopefully it just goes well. I really do hope so. I'll show you the clip from the trailer of Bambi literally flipping a freaking car. So, yeah, basically it's a deer with like a exposed rib, weird face, has sharp teeth, looks like it has only one eye and the other eye is like white, like it's dead, and some flesh bits coming out, like, because he's supposed to be all messed up and stuff like that. I guess it's supposed to be like a zombie deer. It doesn't look that bad. Again, I'm kind of worried because it does look like they're trying to take it a little bit seriously. Like the design of the deer, I guess. It just looks like an undead deer. It doesn't really look like Bambi, but it's an undead deer. And I wonder how I think they said that that he ate his mom or something like that, or Bambi killed his own mom or something before. I don't know if they're going to change that. Maybe it's going to be the hunter that's in the beginning of the trailer. Maybe he's going to kill the mom, and then Bambi's going to get mad and try to kill him, maybe something like that. But I'm not fully sure. I don't know if it's gonna stay with the same script where Bambi just killed his own mom or something like that. What happened to the dad, by the way? Isn't the dad in isn't Bambi's dad like the king of the forest or something like that? I forgot what they called him, like whatever it was. Isn't he supposed to be like? Is he gonna be in this? Like, is he gonna be like a giant freaking deer or something? Like, what's gonna happen? I don't know. This is Bambi with the car flipped over, and you can see a little bit details. I just brightened up a little bit so you can kind of see the little details. So the model itself actually doesn't look that bad. It has the right deer anatomy, I guess. It has the ribs sticking out, and it looks like part of its spine is kind of sticking out. I don't know if it's supposed to be like kind of popping out of the skin, or it's supposed to be like actually his spine like popping out. Whatever, you know what I freaking mean. And then you see some skin like kind of ripped off and stuff like that, and it doesn't look that bad. It looks like a deer, and that's all like undead looking. Like they really did what they wanted, and the lighting here isn't that bad either. The only thing I can say with the lighting is the shadow is a little off. Like the shadow is a little too dark. It looks like here, like it doesn't have a lot of like smoothing around where like the hooves are. Like it just looks like, oh, there's like a shadow there, but like they didn't like texture it or anything really. But it's a low budget movie. What do you freaking expect? For a low budget movie and for what it is, it doesn't look that bad. And also, this is not even out yet. They might freaking change that. And the car itself flipping over actually looks pretty good. I don't know if that's CGI or is that practical. I'm guessing that's CGI. I don't know why they would actually use a real car and just freaking destroy it. But the car flipping over, like that actually looks pretty decent. Like it doesn't like the animation on it doesn't look too fast or anything. Like it actually looks pretty decent. Like they did that really well. And the sound design is pretty well done too. I'm really surprised about that. Then here's more of the close-up shot of Bambi. We can see that it kind of looks like his jaw is also a little ripped open, probably so it can open a lot wider, so it probably like ripped open. And we can see he has two eyes, but he has one white eye because the other eye is black. And he has some skin ripped off, and he has like a weird nose, like his nose is like kind of like a dog kind of, and he kind of, I don't know if deers have split tongue, but he has a split tongue there, and he has weird teeth. I don't really like the teeth, to be honest, but I do like how undead he looks. Like, I like the undead look, because it is my type of thing. Like, I actually am trying to make an original character that kind of looks like this, where, like, the jaw is, like, ripped open. That's something I want to do, and it looks pretty good. And also, actually, the blood is, like, also, like, really glossy and stuff like that. They did a good job on the texturing. I do say the fur looks a little weird, like it looks a little too sharp, but again, low budget movie, what do you freaking expect? And the lighting looks pretty decent here, actually. Like, doesn't look too bad. Again, it might be updated a lot more. The shadows look a little odd. Again, that might be updated a little bit, like later on. And also, if it doesn't, it's fine, because this might be like a $5 million budgeted movie, and if this is $5 million, like I think Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2 is $5 million or something like that. If it is that budget, this is actually a huge step up from Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey, because Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2, I meant 2 by the way, Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2, the CGI in that looked terrible. Like the tail on Tigger looked horrible. So this is a huge step up from that freaking horrendous CGI that we saw there. So yeah, this is a huge step up, and I'm pretty surprised how this looks. I'm really curious to see how this like works out and all that. So yeah, that's basically all I have to say. Hopefully it does well. Hopefully it is good. Hopefully it's goofy fun and all that. So yeah, I think it's supposed to come out this year. I don't know when. It just says coming soon. But yeah, that's basically all I had to say about Bambi the Reckoning, really. I don't know. See you guys later.